Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport, where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the Sharks taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sharks offense will get the first possession of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that the entire, not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need it.
So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is...
Ball is free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing them down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
The offense set for a first down play. Power football with the run. Shakes off the defender. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This defense better be ready because they're going to be attacked a lot of different ways. And the run game is not just going to be running backs running between the tackles and running outside, not just going to be the quarterback. How about getting the receivers involved on jet sweeps?
They'll go to the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's McGowan. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On the return, it's Hoy. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The inside handoff. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. The handoff to Johnson. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Smashes through the tackle. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Direct snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. The play action fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's McGowan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Oh, it's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
Goodness, quick. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown aside. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Sharks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Lloyd. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying the left side. Makes him talk to the hand. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They feed him again. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskers. Reeled it in and just made the house call. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
When you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's second down. Trying play action. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sharks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Boyd. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it right down the middle. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhusker.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now this offense will take the field again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He's got his man, makes the grab. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Sharks come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead.
Nebraska, 35. Sharks, 0.
The Sharks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Trying to set the tone with the run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Husker! And the punishment has been extended.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
Sharks, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Sharks send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today. And no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. Now they'll run it to the right here. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give to the back. The Huskers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. The run to the left. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the route is on.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's got room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Fires on the move. Holds it in. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
Using the quick game.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They're facing a 3rd down. Give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He wants to throw it again. They're setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Grimes. Dumps it off in the flats. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Sharks decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The give as they work on that clock. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The give to the tailback. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you know you have a team outclassed,